Hello, you lovely lot, and welcome to the Independent Spouse podcast. I'm Jess Sands, founder of The Independent Spouse and current military wife running my own business, Design Jessica, from our Marrie Quarter. Each week, I'll be bringing you inspiring interviews that go behind the scenes of an amazing business, charity, or project created by someone also living the military life. It's the stories of inspirational men and women who experience service life from the home front while building a successful business, and it aims to showcase a community who until now have been in the shadows. I hope that it gives a voice to those who are already achieving amazing things and inspires you if you dream of doing the same. Today I've been chatting to Heather from the brilliant Forces Wives Challenge. Heather herself served in the regular army for 10 years and was deployed on operations, exercises and led expeditions throughout the world. She now experiences military life on the other side of the fence and is keen to give military wives the same exciting challenges and a sense of belonging that she experienced while serving. And so the Forces Wives Challenge was born. The FWC seeks to unite wives and partners through adventure. They are working with the Royal British Legion to raise awareness of the isolation that some of us in this community live with. But it's not just to raise awareness, it's to provide a solution too. In February 2019, 12 military wives will seek to climb the highest volcano in the world in Chile. This is the first of many challenges that the team are planning, with the idea of inspiring other wives to dare to dream and do it too. It was great to hear what the FWC team are doing. They're bringing together wives from all services and are creating some fab opportunities. I'm so excited I seem to have accidentally signed up to climb Everest. I hope you enjoy this episode, hearing all about the Forces Wives Challenge. Hello Heather, it's so lovely to talk to you today.
Yeah, hi Jess, thank you so much for having me on your podcast, very exciting.
Not a problem. So, Forces Wife Challenge, such a good idea. I love it. As someone who likes to break the military wife stereotype, I think it's really, really exciting. But for those who might not have heard about it, could you give us a little insight into what you're up to?
Yeah, so the Forces Wives Challenge, we seek to unite wives and partners of armed forces personnel through adventure and challenge. And I came up with the concept because I myself did 10 years in the regular army before the sort of the pressures of having a young family, and both me and my partner serving meant that we had to make the really tough choice for me to leave. And when I was in the military, I had all of those great opportunities. I went on operations, exercises, I led expeditions, and I sort of took advantage of all the opportunity to have that sense of achievement, sense of belonging, and teamwork really that a military career generates. And when I was serving, I'm perfectly honest with you, I would always say that, oh yeah, it must be tough for spouses, but it wasn't until I actually left and became sort of a military spouse, if you like, that I really understood how tough it can be. And having seen it from both sides of the fence now, being on this side really is much tougher, and I just really wanted to give something back. So this is my way of hopefully providing opportunities for Forces wives to get those same experiences that I had in the military.
And there's a whole team of you, and you have a challenge that's coming up very soon. Can you tell me a bit about that, please?
Yeah, so we've our flagship challenge is to climb the highest volcano in the world in Chile. So this is 6,893 meters. So a very, very, very big challenge. To give you a bit of context, it's 1,000 meters higher than Kilimanjaro. So a big challenge, but we wanted it to be something that would capture the attention of both our fellow Forces wives and also of the media. So we've got a team of 12 of us, of complete novice mountaineers, and we've been training really, really hard over about 9 months now to get ourselves ready for what's ahead.
And how are you finding time for all the training? Because I know in my life I'm really busy. I'm running my business. My husband's always away. I have all the other things. But how are you finding the time with all of that training and family life and military life on top of that?
So we've had a series of weekends every couple of months that they've been mandatory, so all the girls have attended. And what we've managed to do is give it so much warning for those weekends. We've been able to sort out time off work, childcare, all of that. So people have been given enough warning, which I think is the only way really in these things. For fitness training, we've had Canberra Fitness, which is one of the girls owns her own personal training company, and she has been setting us fitness training programs. So all of that we've been trying to fit in our own time around jobs, getting up earlier, going to bed later. Some of the girls work in the city, so they've been going up and down stairs in their lunch breaks. Some of the girls are teachers, so they've been up and down their stairs at school, just trying to fit it into busy lives. But if you're absolutely determined to achieve something, which we all are, then we're just making it happen, which is really exciting.
So there's 12 of you in the team, but not all of you are coming from a military background. Am I right in thinking that?
Yeah, so I think there's a couple of girls who've got a military background, but in general, most of the wives have not got any military experience at all, and many of them have not got any mountaineering experience at all. But we have been trained by sort of the top mountaineers in the country. So we have had advice from lots and lots of very accomplished mountaineers who have been training us, and we just feel so humble really to be advised by them.
Yeah, and it's brilliant to have that sort of support, and they must all be really kind of behind you and backing you, because I know that the view of the spouse can differ. I mean, I know that as time is moving on and people are seeing more of us, they have a different opinion of us. So do you think that your opinion of the spouse has changed when you were serving to how it is now that you're sort of among us and one of us? And is it a bit different?
Yeah, totally. As I sort of said at the beginning, if I'm honest, I was kind of so full of my own exciting, fast-paced life in the military that I never really stopped to think about it. And I had a preconception of what the community would be like. And when I got there, I just found the most incredible group of resilient, dynamic women who just sacrificed so much in support of the armed forces. And I just feel that, it would be great to give them the opportunities. So here we go. Here we are. The volcano is just the flagship. We've had a couple of build-up challenges because we are wanting to engage the community as much as possible. And clearly, a lot of people can't get the time off work. They can't take the time away from families to be away for the time it's going to take us to go to Chile. So we've done the Forces Wives 100, which was in Penny Fan, which 100 wives climbed Penny Fan on Armed Forces Day, and we're going to do that every year is our goal. So to look out for that one. And also we did the National Three Peaks Challenge, which was a great event. We're looking to do many more events in 2019.
Brilliant, I love it. And also the sort of positive side to mental health, because I know that I have struggled in past postings. I've been really lonely. I've been away from my friends and family. And sometimes my military life has sort of sucked, in all honesty. So do you think there's something that military spouses sort of suffer from because of their situation and because of the added pressures of military life?
Yeah, I think it is tough at times. There are a lot of positives to our lives, but there is also a lot of tough times, particularly when your partner's away and you move to a new place, and often away from friends and family, and actually to sort of get into the community can be tough at times. And from speaking to many spouses now, loneliness is sort of the emotion that most people have felt at times. And what we hope to do is to sort of raise awareness of an issue, but also to provide a potential solution to a number of people. And I'm a big believer in the value of being in the outdoors for how it impacts on your mental health. Turning off technology, walking up a hill or cycling or whatever it is, and actually just talking to your friends, meeting new people, people that you've got a shared experience with, and sort of overcoming a common goal together. It really does seem to be forging new friendships from my experience. And actually, we've got a really exciting relationship with the Royal British Legion, and we're looking to partner with them on a loneliness campaign to raise awareness of the issues that we face. So it's a really exciting time ahead there.
Yeah, and do you have big plans for the future? So obviously, a volcano is pretty big, but do you see this running for years, and do you see this becoming something that happens every year and that any spouse can join in with?
Yeah, so we hope to have, a big challenge each year. Like the volcano is the one that is launching the concept, and every year, I'd love to do something big, and it doesn't have to be a climb. It can be a sailing event or a cycling event. But amongst all that, we really want to do the more accessible challenges that get more people involved, don't take as much training potentially. So a mixture of all different types of challenges, and we hope that we inspire many more wives to get involved.
Yeah, no, it's really, really good. I do really like it. And we are such a diverse community. We're all very courageous and brave, and we like a challenge because of the lifestyle that we've chosen. Are there any wives are there any spouses in particular that have inspired you?
Yeah, I think, people, there's all different types of spouses that I've met that have just amazed me, because from people, like yourself, and, people who are trying to be entrepreneurial and set up their own business and be adaptive to our life. They're actually taking action, which I think is brilliant. Anybody who sees an issue and does something about it proactively, I just think really, really inspires me. And what this process has really made me aware of is the power of teamwork. And actually setting this up has been a huge challenge in itself. And I now, as a result, realise what I'm good at and what I'm not so good at. And actually I've surrounded myself with a team of fabulous women who are really good at the stuff that I'm not good at. And, sort of realising that and accepting it has just been a big learning curve for me.
Yeah, and teams are great, and it is brilliant to work in a team, and there are 12 of you, which is just fantastic. Are you all planning on heading up to the top of the volcano? And will you all be doing all of the challenges that are coming up over the years?
No, so I think, the 12 who are doing the volcano, we all absolutely are striving to get to the summit. Clearly, with anything of this scale, altitude sickness is a big risk. Well, not a big risk, but is something that we're very aware of. And so we have been having medical training to make us aware of those symptoms, but we are all training as hard as we can to be making the summit of that volcano. And actually the girls who are on the team, they are absolutely part of the core team of setting up the FWC, and so they will be going out after the volcano, organising challenges under the banner of FWC. They'll be going out doing presentations, telling the world essentially of what FWC has meant to them, but also encouraging people to take the leap of faith and to join us in one of our challenges in the future.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be plenty of us that will be joining you.
Oh, you said us, you see, you're on now.
Oh no, if I recorded myself saying that out loud. No, I reckon I could walk up a hill one day, maybe, with some training.
Okay, we'll get you on the Everest team.
Oh, great. I can't wait. I can't wait for that. But no, it's just such a good idea, because we all need a bit of community and we all need a bit of a team in it. You're right, it is a little bit lonely, but actually if we can sort of all be lonely together and be a team and make some friends, it is brilliant. So at this point, I always take my guests into what I like to call the quick fire questions. So the first one is, who would you like to most hear from on the Independent Spouse podcast?
Oh, this is a really tricky one, because I've met so many fabulous women since starting this journey, but I think the girl I would really, really love to see on this is Kat Berry. She is a friend who's just set up her own fitness and life coaching company called Cambry Fitness. And, you know, Kat has been on this journey from pretty much from the beginning, and she has just supported me every step of the way, from the highs, the lows. We went on our business startup course. She's got a great background in business studies, and actually to see her on this and to hear how she's managed to set up this fantastic company, really against all the odds, I think I'd love to hear from her.
Oh yes, very inspiring. No, I should definitely be getting in touch with her. The next one is, what's the most courageous thing that you have done whilst you've been growing the Forces Wives Challenge?
Goodness, the most courageous thing. Wow, I think I've stepped out of my comfort zone in so many ways on this FWC, and I think to me the most scary thing I did was actually, after months and months of planning and talking, was actually that very first post on Facebook and getting it out there to say, look, here we are, follow our journey, get involved, because it's terrifying to know whether you're actually connecting with your community or not, and to get the validation, I suppose, that there is a need was really, really encouraging. So it's driven me to keep pushing forwards.
Yeah, that is always the bravest thing, especially, you know, when you're starting a business, for example. That first post where you're actually telling real people that you're doing something, so then you have to really do it. So that's always a bit scary. But like most things, like climbing a mountain, you just take it one step at a time. You just get stuff going, and you sort of, you know, hold your breath and hope for the best.
Yeah, that's so true.
So if you could go back in time when you first started, before you posted the first bit of social media, what would be the one thing you would tell yourself?
Just keep going. You know, I think it has been an unbelievable roller coaster, just incredible highs of like the Forces Wives 100, to see so many people there just have the best day of climbing Penny Fan. The weather was stunning. We raised money for charity. But then the lows of sort of the days and days on your own, planning, wondering if you're going crazy and why you're doing it. And just, if you feel passionately about something, then just keep going, keep driving forward, because, you know, there's so many incredible people out there who have supported me and totally believe in this concept and have got me through those low points. So I think I'd tell myself to just keep going, keep pushing.
And is that the sort of advice you'd give to a spouse that is thinking of starting their own challenge?
Yeah, just if you passionately believe in something, then just keep going with it. And I sort of, you know, always think of why you're doing it, less about what you're doing, but why you're doing it. And I think everything comes back to that reason. For us, it isn't the what of climbing a volcano, it's why we're doing it, and it's all to do with uniting our community.
Which is so very important. You know, whatever challenge you have to face, just focus on the why, because, like, you know, the grumpy days where everything's going wrong, if you can just focus on the why, then actually it's all a lot easier and a lot more interesting and a lot more exciting, and you get more passionate about it. So, Heather, I love the Forces Wives Challenge. I seem to have signed myself up to climb Everest, but apart from that, if I am interested in joining you, or if I want to support you, how can I find you?
So our website is www.forceswiveschallenge.org, and that's where we will be posting future challenges. So we're looking to get our timetable out there for the start of 2019. So you can sign up for challenges there. You can also follow our journey on Facebook, Forces Wives Challenge, and also Instagram and Twitter as well. And that's where we post not just stuff about Forces Wives Challenge, but also about other inspirational women doing great stuff, and also a lot of stories surrounding mental health as well.
And if I'm a big company that would like to support you in some sort of way, how could I do that?
So we are looking for corporate sponsors to help with these challenges, and we're really looking for sponsors, you know, that have a strong belief in what a team of women can do when they harness their skills to overcome overcome an ambitious challenge. So if there's any corporate sponsors who would like to get involved, then please contact us either through the website or on forceswiveschallenge@gmail.com.
Heather, it has been brilliant talking to you today. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Good luck with all of your challenges, especially that big old volcano that you're going to have to walk up. And yeah, thanks again for talking to me, and hopefully your story will inspire a few people to take on their own challenge.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for having me on, Jess.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode. I really hope you've enjoyed it and it has inspired you. Please subscribe so that you can have access to each episode as soon as it's released. And if you like what you hear, I would love it if you could leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you found me. It really helps spread the word so that more lovely people like you can listen to the episodes. Thank you so much for listening along. I'll be back soon with another inspiring episode. See you then.